Well, hey everybody. Today I am going live with my July 2020 faves and fails, and that is because I have an injury, and right now I think that editing would be a lot of work. So we're going to get right into it. So we're going to start with my fails this month, and the reason that we're starting with my fails this month is because the fail this month is what prompted the whole favorites this month. So my fail this month was a set that was sent to me by Nomi Skincare. So I am going to get my box. I said Nomi Skincare. It's actually Naomi Skincare. So I was very excited to get this box. I had high hopes of this product. It looked really nice. It comes with this silicone cleansing device, which has like 6,000 pulses, and it really gets in there and cleans your skin, and it allows, hey, Rebecca, hey, Amanda, I decided to jump on here tonight and do this. I've got this injury, and I have to get some reviews out, and I just don't think I could edit right now. So we're going to talk about what caused my chemical burns, what was my fail this month, and how that led to what my favorites were this month. So this Naomi skincare program, guys, it was going to be a sponsored video. I was so excited. I had finally made it, right? Somebody was going to sponsor me and my video, and they were going to give me this product, and it looks so nice. You have the Sonic cleanser that's kind of like the Foreo, and had a lot of potential. It has these little vitamin C effervescent tablets that you use once a week that is supposed to exfoliate your skin gently, right? But it does say it gets rid of the top layer of your skin. So that should have been a clue. I don't think we can skin the top layer of our face off with it being gentle, really. So it comes with a cleanser gel like this, and it comes with a lubricant underneath this box, which you can see I have limited mobility here. So the lubricant gel goes on top of this, and on top of this little space that you can put this pad, and I saved one just so you can see how beautiful and lovely it looked. You put the lubricant gel right there, and you cleanse. And although I really like this side, I really wanted to be able to have a sponsored video. You guys know that I'm always going to tell you the truth, because I had to turn down the sponsorship because it was a fail. So what happened was, I think that the cleansing gel is fine. This comes from Israel. It's a nice set. It has vitamins E, B3, B5, and Dead Sea minerals. So it sounds like good ingredients. It sounds like a good product. So, and on this side, I really did enjoy it. I mean, you turn it on, I felt like it cleansed. I felt like the little silicone tips were gentle. But when I put this little effervescent vitamin C, it literally did take off the top layer of my skin. For the past few weeks, I still have, you can see where some of my eye makeup is gone. So I have all of this eye makeup on right here, and this complete spot is missing, mostly on this eye, and that's because it keeps watering. Nothing, it's so irritated. And then it dried out, right? So it caused literally scabs underneath my eyes and all right here. So you can see like all my makeup looks creasy and cakey because it's healing from that burn. Hey everybody, hey Renee. I'm so glad you guys are all here. I just did this spur of the moment. I said, I'm just going to take a chance, and I'm just going to put my fears in a box, and I'm just going to do it, because the thought of editing was scarier than going live right now. So when I used this as a gentle cleanser, it was beautiful. Once a week, you're supposed to use this vitamin C effervescent tablet that it says removes the top layer of your skin gently. Well, removing the top layer of my skin is just really a negative experience. And so because of that serious burn, literally my eyes were swollen for days. When I woke up the first day, my lips, I could tell something was wrong with my lips, right? They were really puffy. My whole face was tight. Now, the good part about that was that all my wrinkles were filled in because my face was so puffy. And my lips looked like they had lip injections. And you can see my lips are kind of on the small side. So that was almost kind of cool. But the eye thing was really, really messed up. And so, hey, Peaches, I'm so glad you're here. I was telling them how I got these burns and that I'm still recovering. Peaches Skincare is actually sending me out her product line that is all gentle and nurturing, and we are going to try to repair my skin barrier. It is getting somewhat better, but still, like you can see the makeup going right here, it's still leaking. I still have little micro scabs right here, and all of this has a really tough texture where it's healing. So besides that being my fail for this month, my other fail was a 2-minute meeting with my lab in the bathroom. So for a 2-minute dalliance that we had, I have months of rehab and injury. So I got my MRI results back, and how interesting was it that I have 4 rotator cuff tears, and I have a broken humerus, and the part where the fracture is right where the rotator cuff tendons attach. So then they found a 13 millimeter lesion that's inside my bone marrow. That was just an incidental finding. So now we have to see if that's malignant or not. So I guess, yeah, I just really wasn't feeling, editing right now. A lot of pain, but I wanted to go ahead and get these thoughts out about some of the products because the fail led me to some faves. And in this quarantine environment, I know it's 2020 has been something, right? Like we've had a pandemic. We have had, the whole COVID thing and staying home and being isolated and all the things that COVID has brought. And then I have a torn rotator cuff in 4 of the tendons that surround this bone. The bone is broken, all because of a dance with my lab, and some kind of tumor. So we'll see what that's all about. So of my faves, my first fave, because of all that, has been this Fireball Cinnamon Whiskey. And you guys can see that I've been taking little nips. I keep it here in my beauty room. Let's see if I can open it with one hand. I don't even get the shot glass, right? Oh, guys, I can't even open it with one hand. We will get it open. Here it comes. So this has been this month's #1 fave. It just makes everything else seem better. So I would highly recommend this for anyone experiencing anything that I've been experiencing this month. So because it is COVID, yes, it tastes like cinnamon hearts. Maybe I should try it again to make sure that it does taste like cinnamon hearts. Let's see. Yes, definitely cinnamon hearts. So this is my #1 fave this month. Now, because of this, because of the eye burns, because of all of these things, another favorite has been dry shampoo. Hey, DIY Mail Advice. I am so glad to see you here. Mr. Mail Advice DIY has the best channel. He makes the most amazing do-it-yourself items. He can make shoes from a pair of jeans. He can make anything. If you guys want to connect with each other in the chat, I think you should all meet up, because everybody that I can see on here has been friends of mine and they've all watched my channel, and anybody who watched my channel has to be wonderful, right? So another favorite has been the Batiste Instant Hair Refresh Dry Shampoo Plus. because, like, who has time for washing their hair like in isolation, right? Hey, Life of JT, we're talking about favorites and fails of July. So this is economical. There are some really nice dry shampoos that are much more expensive than this, but this is economical and this works, guys. I could put this in my hair and I can live on coffee and dry shampoo all month long. So I would highly recommend this. And the Fireball. So now, the other things that are favorites this month, I have to thank Clarins. Clarins is one of my favorite brands. I think that, honestly, and you guys know I'm going to tell you the truth because I just turned down a sponsorship that was going to actually pay me money to review this, and I couldn't accept it because I don't think that it would be safe for all of you guys. But Clarins is just a brand that I really like. And I've told you guys about the Octoly Network. It's like a free store that you can shop in, and you get to choose what you want and what you want to test out, right? And so anytime Clarins has something on that, I usually want to pick it up because I have found really good experience with the Clarins products. And being in quarantine and being, where we're just sort of getting out of quarantine and we're just starting to kind of get back into the stores and things like that, we have the face mask on all the time. So I also bought these. I'm jumping around a little bit. I know. I think I'm nervous because I'm live. So I have these little headbands. These are on Amazon. And after the video, I will link these. That's what I have here. I think they're cute. I think they're stylish. And I think they push my non-styled at the salon hair out of the way. And they have buttons on the side, so you can literally take your mask and you can hook them on the buttons, which of course I have flipped backwards. So you see the button, and these really do work because I've been wearing them. So you can only have one hand, but you can hook. It's hard to do everything with one hand. You can hook this, and I'm undoing the Velcro on this brace. Hey Jackie, I'm so glad you're here. So then you hook it to the other button, which I have bent over, but actually this does work. So you hook it to the buttons, and they are cute, and you can wear your mask. So these have been a favorite this month. Now what happens when you wear a mask over the bottom part of your makeup is that it doesn't stay. So one of the things that Clarins has gifted me with is this water lip stain. Now, having my ADHD, being a little bit discombobulated all the time, I accidentally chose the wrong number or the wrong shade, which, if you know me, that's just not surprising. But this is a lip stain that's hydrating, which is different than most lip stains. It's waterproof. It does not transfer. It doesn't transfer on your mask. It doesn't go anyplace. And guys, this is really nice. I've had a few shots of that whiskey Fireball, so my lip line is probably not the most precise. Yes, Rebecca. I don't know. I thought I was getting the raspberry. I got the purple one, which purple is something that a lot of people like, but it's usually not, I guess, a shade that I would gravitate to. But I really like it. You can see that it has color pigment, right? It does not, yes, Amanda, it doesn't stain your mask. It's not going to transfer. So this is going to dry down. And that's it. It's going to stay like this. So I've actually ordered the other colors from this. Now, this was gifted to me from Clarins. And thank you, Clarins, for gifting me this because I really like it. But I went ahead and ordered 3 other colors. because I really, truly love this formula. It's not drying. It dries down completely, and you can use it under or by itself. So these new Ofra times Jen Loves Reviews lasting lipstick colors that sort of change colors and metamorphosize your look, this can go right on top. And I appreciate Ofra gifting me this too. So it can change that purple color if I want to a color that's, thank you, that's more my style than the purple. But this Clarins is definitely transfer proof. It stays. It does not leave your lips dry. It does not come off. I can wear this for a good 6 or 7 hours. Hey, Nisi. I can wear this for, you had a pet spider named Clarins. So you can wear this pretty much all day, and it's not coming off. It's not going to come off on your mask. So I think quarantine edition, that this is a really good makeup product to consider purchasing, especially based on today's environment. The other thing that Clarins sent me, also waterproof, were these ombre satin eyeshadow pigment. So I like a one and done. We're doing easy looks, right? We're out the door. We're trying to get out. We have a mask over most of our face. So what's showing is our eyes, right? So what we want to play up is the eyes if we're going anywhere. And this is a one and done shadow. This is in the color, I think it's called Purple Rain. Yes, it's called Purple Rain. And I love cream shadows. I love the one wash of color. This is crease proof. It stays. I'm going to swatch it right here for you. Look how pretty this pigment is. It really is pretty on the eyes. It's a little firmer than, like, hey, the Wolfords, I appreciate you guys joining. Hey, Marcos. So this is a really pretty color. It's not quite as creamy as the Charlotte Tilbury, but it stays. It doesn't crease, and it's not budging. It's not going anywhere. It's intense right from the get-go. You put it on your eyes, one swipe, you're done. And I think that it's a really pretty color, and it doesn't come off. And with my eyes being weepy from the burns, this has been a real plus this month, which is what makes it a favorite. The other item that I asked for and they sent me was a waterproof liner. This liner, I wanted something that could go into my waterlines without, hey Margie, that could go into my waterline without, whoops. See if I can pick that up with my toes. How talented am I? Not too talented. Here we go. That could go into my waterline and would not budge. This is in the color Chestnut. I prefer browns with my complexion and my hair color than I do blacks. So this is the eyeliner color by Clarins that they also gifted me in this set. It came with both the eyeshadow and the liner. This does not budge either. You have some time. You can see I can blend it. You can smudge it out. You can smudge it out really nicely. You can also put it in your waterline. It's not going anywhere. I have left this on for up to 9 hours. That has been the longest time that I've tested it. I actually put it in earlier today. You can see I've tight lined up here and that it is still there. Even though the makeup right here came off because of the watering, the eyeliner did not come off. So I think that this is a really good product. I think Clarins doesn't get a lot of attention. I'm not sure why, that it's not one of the popular brands. Oh, you like it too? Yes, it is. It's a great liner. Like, this is one of my favorite liners. I've really been enjoying it. Waterproof pencil. It is gel. It does twist up, and I've really been enjoying it, especially since I've had the chemical burns. Oh, thank you for the super chat. That is awesome. I'm so excited. I'm so nervous, but I'm doing it. I'm trying to look at the chat, but not too much. So this has worked out really, really well for me. and I'm not sorry that I have it. I would definitely repurchase this one after I run out. I wouldn't mind. I think it comes in like 6 other colors, and I wouldn't mind having a few more of them. So the last thing that I'm going to thank Clarins for, and I already talked about this in another video, but I'm still really enjoying it. This is their waterproof Wonder Perfect Mascara 4D. I don't usually wear waterproof mascaras. The only reason, oh, you used to work for Clarins, Jackie? So you do agree that they have good products. Like, I just discovered them because they're on the Octoly store and that you can choose from them. They actually have some new eyeshadow releases that are not on the Octoly store, but they're like little round compacts, and they have like 3, I think it's a quad. They have 4 colors in them, and I really, really want to get them. So this is, they have like a wax in here, and it coats your eyes, it curls, it lengthens, it volumizes, and obviously I'm not doing a really good job right now, but I have really been enjoying this. I do think that it gives my lashes, not right now, but a little bit of a va-va-va-voom factor, and it's not hard to take off with makeup remover. But my eyes have been watering all day. The eyeshadow has not lasted because it just constantly tears up. But that mascara has not smudged. It is not smudged on top. It is not smudged below. And it has added volume. It has added length. So I think this is a pretty good mascara. And I've enjoyed having it this month especially, because the eyes have it, right? When I'm going anywhere and I'm wearing makeup, the only thing people are seeing are these 2 eyes right here. So today I was actually playing with color, and another favorite has surprisingly been the e.l.f., this little e.l.f. palette. This is the e.l.f. Retro Paradise 18-piece eyeshadow palette. And I always, as you know, wear boring colors, browns, tans. Yes, I have the Clarins wheel, the spray oil that goes all over my body. I really like that because I'm lazy, because I don't like rubbing everything in. I like to be able to get out of the shower and just spray that all over, and it moisturizes my skin, and it stays, and it has a nice fragrance. And I can actually even use it in my hair to defrizz the ends. I guess I hadn't discovered Clarins prior to joining the Octoly network and seeing their products. And not everybody will send a small YouTuber their products. And Clarins has been nice enough. Every time I've asked, they've never refused any of my requests. So I've gotten a lot of their things, and I've enjoyed every single one of them. In the Clarins line, I have actually not had any misses. One of my, I'm not going to bend over and get that. I was going to show you one of my other favorites by them is actually their day cream. I really enjoy that as well. So anyway, I mean, this could be a whole Clarins video. I probably could do a dedicated one because I haven't so far found an item by them that I haven't liked. My favorite, this, I told y'all about this Gel Bust Super Lift to try to help lift these girls back to Jesus like they were when I was 18. And it doesn't quite do that, but between this and duct tape, I can get them back up to Jesus. It feels good. It's cooling. It's a nice product. So I think that my favorite products have been waterproof. They've been non-transfer proof lipstick because of the masks. I really do like these headbands. I think that they are really cute. They come in a whole bunch of different colors. They're dirt cheap on Amazon. They're not expensive. And they have, you can see they have these 2 little buttons on either side where you can hook your mask. And fortunately, that is just where we are today with society. Now, I have another favorite. This is something that I tried by Cogando. I had never tried anything by Cogando before. This is their My Fancy Brightening Moisture Powder. This is a pressed powder, and I've heard that their loose powder is good also. So the compact is nice. It comes with a mirror. The brush sits on top right here. When you open this up, You get this swirled color with moisturization included. This blurs my pores. It mattifies. It doesn't add any texture. It doesn't cling to my texture. If you're an oily skin person, this won't be the powder that you'll choose. But being a dry skin person and having the added benefit of the moisture. Hey, King! I have not seen you in so long. Hi, Adele. Guys, I'm so happy that you guys stopped by to see me and catch me on a live. I'm very nervous on the live, but because of my accident, I just really didn't think I could do editing and really wanted to get it up. And you know what? I kind of like being able to talk to all of you. Politics keep you busy on YouTube. King, I need to come make sure that we're visiting more. Like, I miss all my old friends. Like, I miss the days when you're just starting out on YouTube and you're trying to grow, and so you go to some of the live streams. Those were some of my most favorite times on YouTube altogether, because I felt like I met so many nice people, friendly people who just wanted to connect and grow and support each other. And I miss those days of kind of hanging out with Marcos Eats and hanging out with Trucker Z and King Xenomorph. And we would just shoot the breeze and hang out in some, moderately sized streams and just talk. And some of those days are pretty cool. You make me so happy, JT. JT, you said you were born in 82, is that right? So I figured it out last night that you and Dragon would actually be like the same ages as my younger brother. So I don't know if I'm old enough to be your mom. You did, King. You did help me. Like, you guys all helped me. Not that I'm anywhere right now, but I wouldn't even be where I am without the help of some people who just really care, right? And that's pretty special. So if you have dry skin like me, I love my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Filter Powder, and I love my Pat McGrath Under Eye. They're both light. They both barely show texture. They do some blurring of your pores, and both of those products are stellar. For me, the only reason that this might edge those out is because, especially since I had that chemical burn, this has moisturizing properties as well. So I feel like it definitely helps me with the cakiness and the dryness, and it helps my skin feel better. Okay, so we're going to have one more sip of my favorite for this month. I'm not even a drinker. I've just been drinking this month. Thank you so much. There's so many nice people. Like, I'm never going to be that fancy YouTuber. I'm never going to be like that perfect makeup application person. I'm never going to be extremely polished. I'm just me, but I like to think that I represent the majority of American women, right? There are going to be some that fall on both spectrums. Maybe they don't wear any makeup at all, or maybe they wear all kinds of makeup and they always have their hair done perfect and their nails are done. You see that my nails are not even done because I'm probably 90% Bayou, 95% tomboy, and 5% girly girl. So it's I like to play in makeup. I like girly stuff, but I'm not maybe as good as most. And so I would hope that there are other women like me out there who are just everyday women, like just your average neighbor, the teacher, the nurse, the neighbor down the street, who we want to feel pretty and we want to look our best, but we're not anything fancy and we're not skilled particularly at anything. King, that's from people like you, but then they don't all come back to watch. So obviously there's still something lacking in my videos, but I'm still working on it. I'm not giving up. So, okay, so this is an unexpected fave this month. This came in a subscription box. This is Nelson J. Beverly Hills Moisture Healing Mask. It has argan oil. It has 7 formula, delivers a combination of multi-benefits. It detangles, controls frizz, prevents hair color fading, seals split ends, protects from chlorine, salt water, restores silkiness and shine, and enhances natural body, and it has a coconut scent. This is what it looks like. Yes, you did meet me around Christmas. That's when I was doing like the trivia things. Hey, Janet. Yes, I'm live. I'm drinking shots out the bottle to help me have bravery to be live. So this was an accidental discovery. So I thought that this was a leave-in conditioner. And I always have problems with my hair being so thick. And you guys know that I use the Color Wow product if you watch my channel all the time. But that requires for you to put it in, spray it on every exposed part of your hair, and then it activates by heat. So then you have to do the curl brush and all that. Right now, guys, I just can't do that. And so hopefully I'll be able to do it soon, but I can't do it right now. So I accidentally applied this thinking that it was a leave-in conditioner, not really realizing that it was a rinse-out mask. And so I left it in, and I've been leaving it in ever since, because all I have to do is when I wash my hair and I get out the tub and I towel dry it, I just take a little bit of this and I just put it on the end, and this is supposed to be washed out, but you can see my hair does not look greasy. It's not. It's just smooth. And so this is a lot easier for me than the Color Wow right now with one hand. So I'll leave this linked in the comments if you guys want to check it out. If you have super oily hair, if your hair is not as thick as mine and as unmanageable, you may not like it. But if you have really dry, coarse hair, you don't need to rinse this out. I'm not rinsing it out, and my hair is not greasy, and it's a lot smoother than when I don't use it. Queen of Hearts, I'm so excited. I can't believe you all came. Like, I thought nobody would come, but I definitely wanted to talk about these faves and fails without editing. So I got my little bottle of Fireball, and I just put on some bravery. And yeah, I'm probably a little tiny tipsy because I don't drink at all. Like, I'll go a year without any alcohol, so it doesn't take much for me. I'm probably going to start getting red in the cheeks in a minute. Okay, so another favorite this month, and this is one of the last ones. This is One Kind. This is kind of an indie brand, I guess you could say. Let's see if I can get it close. You get this directly from their website. There is no middleman. I've been seeing, yes, you can drink for both of us, but I'm going to be practicing this month, Amanda, because I've been cranky. Yes, I think I am, JT. It doesn't take much, but it's been a bad day. I mean, to be honest, like, I try not to be whiny or complainy. I like to think that I'm as tough as any guy, right? I grew up with brothers, and there was no girls in the neighborhood. So in order to get them to play with me or to include me, like, in what they were doing, I had to kind of be able to hang with them, right? Like, I had to be able to keep up with what they were doing. So I'm competitive. I don't like to ask for help. I don't like to be whiny. But when they first diagnosed this arm thing, they didn't know it was broken. They thought that I just had a rotator cuff tear. And come to find out, they found that tumor, and they found a break, and it's pretty messed up. So it's not just going to be an easy fix. So yes, life of JT, buying a house is stressful, but let me tell you, it's also exciting. I just bought property on a bayou. It's a Cajun redneck paradise. It's not going to be for everybody, but I can afford, like, living on a big lake or on a big bayou. So I bought property on a crawfish pond. How cool is that? Hey, Saxy. So I bought property on a crawfish pond, and so it looks like a lake, right? Looking out the back window. And we own it now. We closed on it, and we're working with the builder to try to get my plans drawn up, and we're ready to start building. And we can get as much crawfish as we want every day. Yes, Rebecca, I know everybody wouldn't understand the appeal, but thank you, but it's definitely, it's in my budget. It is everything that I want it to be. So when you're going to look out over your patio, right, your back porch, you can see herons, alligators, you can see whistling ducks, frogs. You can actually go frogging in my backyard. You can go crawfishing in my backyard. You can easily pull out 35 pounds of crawfish a day. Yes, I'm going to need a big bug zapper. I am excited though, and I'm ready to move on with that. Just with things like I lost 4 people this year that are my age, and life is not guaranteed to any of us, and hopefully I'll live a long time, but why wait? I found it. My last child is getting ready to move out. He is getting ready to finish school, so I'm an empty nester. How much for 5 pounds of crawfish? It's free for you. Let me just tell y'all, I'm probably pretty naive and very trusting. You guys could come visit. You guys want to take a trip to New Orleans and see the city and also see the Bayou life. I'm about 25 minutes south of New Orleans, so it's not a long ride to New Orleans. You guys can come crawfish, catch alligators, catch frogs, see nature, see herons, see cypress trees, see the moss. It's really going to be beautiful. It's going to be my sense of happiness. I'm going to get out of my little boat every morning, and I'm going to be putting my crawfish in the traps and scooping them up. My husband is going to ask, what's for supper? And I'm going to say crawfish stew. And the next night he's going to ask, what's for supper? And I'm going to say crawfish pie, crawfish jambalaya, crawfish fettuccine. It's going to be crawfish everything. New Orleans is a very cool city. It has its underbelly, like any inner city that's not as positive, but it has so much rich cultural history that I absolutely love. I'm a history fanatic. I love old things. Sometimes I think I was born in the wrong generation, but it's beautiful. And I like the fact that I can be in nature for the most part, but I can have a taste of the city when I want it. All of you guys, if you haven't met everybody in the chat, feel free to introduce yourselves and connect. Soxy P is a very good supporter. She is wonderful. We've been friends for quite a while now, Soxy. Amanda Beth, Janet with Perky Perkins, Queen of Hearts, Not Fit for Print Beauty. Now, Not Fit for Print Beauty, I want to give her a shout out because Rebecca is very new in the YouTube scene, and she is quickly becoming a rising star. She has a knack for giving short, concise videos that don't take you too long to watch, but yet she covers everything that you need to know, and she really shows off products in the best light. And Rebecca, you know that that's true because I tell you that when I see your channel, like I really enjoy watching every single video that you put out. I understand, JT. I understand. And so we were talking about how we support each other and how hard it is to make it in like this YouTube community of beauty bloggers who are kind of small. Like we have thoughts too, and we have things that we want to say, and we have some good ideas. I think that sometimes what we have to say is more important than some of the larger YouTubers because we're the real everyday people. Like I am you. I am your neighbor. I am the girl down the street. I'm the girl in the drugstore. I'm your kid's teacher. I'm your kid's nurse. I'm the lady in the grocery store. I'm the neighbor down the street. I am the real everyday average woman who is buying these products. And I am trying to connect with women like me. I'm not going to be your makeup artist. I'm not going to be the one with the perfect eyeshadow look. I'm going to be the woman who's 50. I'm the woman who's 50 and wants to make the second half of my life the best half of my life. And I want to live in color. And not necessarily always in my eyes, but sometimes. Sometimes I do. I don't want to follow the rules anymore. I've followed the rules all my life. And guess what? I'm done with following the rules. If I want to drink on camera, I'm going to drink on camera. If I want to wear bright blue eyeshadow at 50, guess what? I'm going to wear it. That Mona that was on YouTube 2 weeks ago, she's gone because now she's 50, right? Now she doesn't care what anybody thinks because she's lived, she's wise, she knows a thing or two, she's paid her dues, and it doesn't matter what people have to say, right? It doesn't. It doesn't. So we're doing cheers to the new Mona who is not going to live afraid. This is the Mona who has lived her whole life afraid of what people think. The one who just wanted to be accepted for who she was. The one who was socially awkward, afraid to offend, afraid to be herself, afraid to be not liked, waiting for criticism. And now she's going to be a whole new Mona. She's going to have a nip if she wants to have a nip. She's going to go live if she feels like going live. If somebody gives me a thumbs down in the first 5 minutes of my video before they've even watched it, I'm not going to cry anymore. Jen Jackson. If you guys have not connected to Jen, you need to connect to Jen. Let me tell you about Jen. Jen is freaking gorgeous. Like, she looks like she's not the average everyday woman like me. She's like something. Like, she's really a pretty woman. And she is funny. Like, I'm not funny. I don't have any makeup skills. I don't even know what I'm doing on YouTube, right? I have nothing to offer you guys except honesty and my real self. I come from the country. I'm a country girl. I don't know how to put on airs. What you see is what you get. Jen is real, but she's really beautiful. And she's really funny. Yes, Janet. Open your wine. Yes, I think I might start going live more often because this is kind of fun. It's kind of like what I want out of YouTube, right? Like, when I first started my YouTube channel, my kids were grown. They were leaving me. I was a wife. I was a mother. I was a nurse. I was a hard worker. But somewhere in raising kids, I forgot who was Mona besides that. Like, what did she even like? I didn't even know because all I knew was doing my everyday thing, getting through that day and getting ready for the next day. And so when all of them grew up and they didn't need me anymore, nobody needed me anymore, I needed to figure out who I was and what I liked and what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. Because probably I have lived way more years than I have left. And so I may only have a footprint time of like 10 or 20 years left on this earth if I'm lucky. So, yes, I want to do them with you, JT. We could be like mom and son. I mean, your mom could share you with me, right? You got my back. Y'all are awesome. So maybe I can do a weekly live, especially while my arm is like this and it's going to be hard for me to edit. Jen, I'm not beautiful. I mean, I wouldn't say that I was like, you know, dead ugly or dog ugly or whatever, but, you know, I'm like probably nicer inside than I am on the outside. And there's something to be said about that because I really do care about people. Like, that's not fake. And like, if any of you ever needed anything, I'd really do it because I would want to do it. But beautiful has never been my thing. So it really is really kind of comical that I even made a YouTube channel, which is probably why I don't have the views because it's comical. But yeah, I think that whatever products I'm going to show or whatever I want to do, like probably for the next 4 weeks until they decide what they're going to do about this, then maybe this is how I'll do it, just because it's going to be so much easier. I'm not trying to like get sympathy votes here, JT. Like, I'm just real. Like, I just call it like I see it. Like, I'm honest, right? Like, I know I'm just your everyday person, but that's okay. That's okay because that's what the majority of people who watch YouTube are. There's like a small percentage who are way up there and, you know, they get everything done perfectly. And then there's a few who maybe don't do as much. But I'm like somewhere right smack in that middle. I'm the tomboy who has a girly side. Like I'll be the first one out at the football games being obnoxious and loud. And then I'll be the girl who wants like the fluffy pink background, right? I may need a second opinion on what? Oh, you guys can buy me a shot. Like you can give me like, what are those chat things? And I have a coffee thing where you can buy me a coffee for like $3. But you know what? I think right now I'm really enjoying the shots. Hey, Zeus the Greedy Husky. That's another channel that you guys have to see. So Zeus the Greedy Husky does videos with her dogs. And I have 2 labs, and my heart really goes out to our fur babies. I have one who's kind of old. She's getting old, and she really has my heart. Like she has me wrapped around her little paws, which Zeus the Greedy Husky, this injury that I have, this was for me and a collision with Rambo, like my dog who's like 3. He was not meaning to hurt me, but I'm a little clumsy and he's a little rambunctious. And we collided and I took a tumble and I put this arm down to kind of brace the fall and tore everything up. Yeah, I don't do live streams a lot. Well, I haven't in the past, but this is kind of fun. So maybe like I'll start doing them going forward. Like I didn't think anybody would show up. I thought I would just be filming to myself. And look, you guys are all here. I might finish this tonight. I might sleep really good for the first time since I did this. Thank you. Oh, I got another one. That's 2. Thank you. When I join Super Chats, when I join lives, I always give Super Chats, and I think that they're so fun. Y'all are all here. Y'all are all here. Yes, time for shots. It was the only way I could brave enough to do this. And really, I don't drink very much at all. So, yeah, my husband's going to be saying, stop giggling, and he's going to probably come back in here and dump that down the disposal. He doesn't drink at all. You'll always show up. Oh, my goodness. We are going to do lives, I guess, until my arm is better. Then we're going to have to pick a day so you guys know the date and time. I just like picked this up like right off the bat because I knew if I waited or thought it out too much that I wouldn't do it at all. And I do want it to matter that this was my faves and fails video and that there were some good products that I did discover. Most of them were to do with my injury and to do with the fact that I'm going around like this every day, and that the only part of me that I ever get compliments on are my eyes, and that's only because they're blue. And they're not even a pretty blue. I have 2 brothers. Guys, y'all should see my brothers. I was the oldest of 3, so first it was me, and then I had my brother Brian, then I had my brother Brad. I think that God said to Kathy, who is my mom, Kathy, we're not going to give Mona all the good stuff because you have 2 more coming, so we're going to save some of the good stuff for them. So they both got blonde hair. They have long eyelashes, and they have blue eyes, both of them. And they tan, which I'm like as pale as a ghost, right? So I guess God saved up the good stuff for them. But they would make beautiful girls. Anyway, I know I am probably a little bit tipsy, but it's kind of fun. I don't think I've been tipsy like since I was probably like 25 in my last Kid Rock concert. Yeah, it's been a while. So the last thing I want to tell y'all, because I'd like y'all to check this brand out. This is One Kind. This is a mega multitasker all-day moisturizer. And it has something called ashwagandha complex and a vitamin complex. And I try a lot of skin products over my time of being on this channel. And most of them are nice. but some like stand out. And this is one that really stands out. It is thick, it is moisturizing, it absorbs right in, and it has really, really like made my skin actually feel better being dry and burnt up. And this will probably be another purchase for me. I can't get a magic link for it. I can't get a commission. I am truly just telling you that this is a product that I think that you would love. And I would like to support this brand because it's a family-owned brand. The lady who always sends the emails, her name is Madison. She has a family. She's trying to make her dream come true, and there's something to be said for that. And so it's something that we'd all like to have our own business, but it takes guts and it takes risk and it takes a chance. And she bit the bullet and she did it, and she's got good products. So I think that she deserves a second look. You saw Kid Rock too in San Antonio. So King, like I like country, I like a lot of different music, but there's a little headbanger baby in me that just never grew up. I was a child of the 80s, so I was into Black Sabbath, I was into Ozzy, I was into Iron Maiden. When my husband met me, true story, I had an Iron Maiden, the Trooper t-shirt on, and I had knife earrings hanging from my ears. Yeah, I wore parachute pants, I wore leather pants, I wore dog chains around my neck, I wore black eyeliner. So the first words my husband now said to me was, "Dang, a chick that likes the Maiden." Yeah, that was me. I shopped at a place called The Establishment, which was a record shop, and that's where I bought my clothes. So I was still trying to fit in even then, and because I couldn't be accepted by the preppy people or the mainstream, right, I wasn't good enough for them. So I was going to find my own way. Like if I couldn't fit in, I was going to stand out. So I had the wildest, most crazy clothes. It's a wonder that my mother-in-law loved me as much as she did, because when my husband brought me home, like if my kids brought a girl home that looked like I did, I'd probably be like, I think you could do better, because I looked like a wild child. I had this one little tight mini skirt with a half shirt that was red, right? It was plastered to me. Over it, I had a little black jacket and a red suede big buckle belt that was popular in the 80s, fishnet stockings and heels. And I went to meet my mother-in-law in that outfit. Can you believe that? Crazy. If I tried to wear that clothes now, oh my gosh. I had friends. I was actually a pretty good kid, but I had friends whose moms would not let them hang out with me because they thought I was bad because of the way that I dressed. Yeah, it was pretty out there. But I never outgrew Kid Rock, and I never grew that little bit of rebellious spirit. I don't like following rules. I don't like people telling me what to do. Mostly I'm easygoing and laid back, but I don't have middle, right? I don't have medium. I have full blast and I have laid back. So once you move that throttle past laid back, I'm going all the way to I'm going to get you. There's no middle. And so when I grow up, that is something that I like to find is middle. Well, I've had those days, King. Now that I'm old, I think that it's okay to bring that girl back, right? Because who cares now, right? So maybe I'll be the grandma with the purple and pink tie-dye hair, right? It's yeah, there's two sides of me. There's the nurse, there's the professional woman, there's the one who dresses up every day and is perfectly proper and tries very hard to fit in, not talk like I'm from the Bayou. Bye, Tracy. Well, 50 is not young. That's half a century, Renee. Half a century I've made. So thank you. So that's an accomplishment, but it's kind of freeing in a way, right? Because you get to that point and you think, who do I have to please but myself? I mean, I'm not saying don't be a nice person. We should all be a nice person all the time. But the worrying that I've done my whole life about fitting in and whether or not I'm good enough, I think we can just kick that to the curb, right? Anyway, I have had so much fun with you guys today. I wanna try to take it to an hour. We're at 54:29. You guys think you could hang with me for like another 6 minutes? For the rest of you? So I can make it an even hour? So thank you. So what do you guys like want to talk about? Like, all of us are a little bit on the smaller side. We're trying to grow our channel. We're like working hard. I do a lot of reviews. I appreciate when I get sent something to review, and I hate, I feel bad when I have to say something negative. And this might be like a really good product. I really like the brush. I like taking off my makeup with this. But guys, that little vitamin C tablet, that really did a number on me. Like, I'm going to be repairing with that for probably another couple of weeks. Just really burned up my eyes. So I had to say that was a fail. But Rebecca, like, remember when we talked about the Charlotte Tilbury? I feel like I have to take that video down because I realized that this little vitamin C tablet, it has effervescence. It has some ingredients in it that are made to exfoliate. So perhaps my skin is just too sensitive. Like, somebody else's skin might be able to tolerate that. I absolutely could not. But what I realized is that I had used this like 3 days before I had used the Charlotte Tilbury. So what if the effects from this didn't really kick in until like the 3 days? And then I gave an unfair review on the Charlotte Tilbury balm. Like, that's not cool. And so honestly, at the time, that is what I had used during the night. And when I used it during the night, when I woke up during the night, my face during the night was on fire and I had to go wash that off. So I wasn't making it up. It was honestly true, but I think that it may have been a delayed reaction from this, because when I tried to use this a second time, hello, Sister Lynn, I'm so happy to have you here. So, I always want to be fair. I want to make sure that I am never being unfair to a brand or to a person, and that I'm giving you the pros and I'm giving you the cons, and then you can make the decision for yourself. Right. And so at the time, I was waking up to the same effect. I was waking up to the swollen lips. I was waking up to the intense burning. I was waking up to literally blisters on the side of my eyes. And I had just used that product that night. So I didn't even get through the whole night. Like, I got up and had to wash it off. And so that was all real. That was all true. So obviously that had been a new introduction of skincare. So I assumed that is what it was. But then when I tried this again, because you use this once a week, you're supposed to use a little you use it every day, but you use a little oxygen thing every week. And that is when I realized, and sometimes using something twice, you can get more sensitive, right, than you did the first time. And the second reaction was much worse than the first reaction. So sounds like you insulation. So I never want to be unfair. So I feel like, oh, poison ivy. I got a story about that, King, while we have a few more minutes. So I told you guys that I was sort of a tomboy. There were no girls growing up. I had 2 brothers, and there was me and all their guy friends. And I wanted to play. Like, we're talking, me being like 8 years old to 14 years old, right? And wanting to fit in and have kids to play with in the neighborhood. But all there were my brother's friends. There were boys. There were no little girls. So me trying to fit in with them, we were building forts in the woods, right? Like forts like that you hide out in and all that. Oh, they were smart, right? They knew what they were doing. They got me to take the poison ivy leaves off the vines with my hands so that we could use those vines to tie the sticks together for the fort. I had poison ivy all over my hands, in between my fingers, all over my neck, all over my chest, all over my feet. I had it so bad I had to go to the doctor, and that was because those boys knew what they were doing. They knew they were poison ivy vines. They're like, we're gonna get her, and they did. But it's all good. Some of them are still friends with me today, so I must have passed some tests along the way. You break out with BoxyCharm all the time? Well, I would like to think that this would work tonight. Before I figured I was going to do either a live or a review on this, and I wanted to have the best information. So I looked at some other reviews on this, and nobody else had a negative review. So I do like the device. I like the silicone brush. This is cheaper than the Foreo. It comes in a nice box. It's packaged nice. The delivery was nice. But I am sure now that that is what burned my skin. And when I went to the doctor, because that morning I woke up and it was worse than the first time. My face was literally swollen. My eyes were swollen. My whole face was puffy and red. I have some shots of that. But they said it was a second or third degree, in some areas, chemical burn. So, I mean, that they said it was a chemical burn, and I've gone through everything else, and it has to be that, because both times that I had that experience, it was this device. That doesn't mean everybody will have that, but definitely for me, it was a bad experience, because I mean, I'm still having some effects of it. My eyes are still watering. I'm still not able to wear my regular stuff. My eyes are still sore. It'll be okay. Then this comes, and so you realize, well, this isn't so bad. This is a lot worse. Yeah, like my skin never used to be sensitive at all. Like I felt like I could wear anything, and it was pretty hardy. Right now, I'm not using my Retin-A, my tretinoin. I'm not using anything except moisturizers and lotions. I'm just rebuilding my skin barrier so that I can go back to trying things that are going to improve my skin. So, we live and we learn, I guess. And maybe my experience can help somebody else, but at the same time, somebody else might not have the same reaction. So, yeah, I don't. And this has hyaluronic acid in it. I mean, the ingredient list looked good. Some mild exfoliants, it's vitamin C. Now, maybe this form of vitamin C in this little effervescent tablet, maybe that, that was just too irritating, but it really was no joke. But I'm not bashing them totally. I'm saying it was a fail for me. I've learned my lesson on that. I'm not going to bash anybody totally, because I want to be fair in case it's just my experience. So I'm not sure if maybe I can't use vitamin C. Hey, Miss Nat, little Miss Nat. I watched your video today. You did a beautiful look. Little Miss Nat is somebody who actually is skilled in makeup application. She can create eye looks that are really, really pretty. I just do eye looks that are simple. This looked a little better earlier today. Like I had the bright dark blue in the corners, and I was just trying to play with that palette and see if I could just create a fun look. I wasn't going anywhere, so I really had nothing to lose, but it was kind of fun playing in color. So you guys, this was kind of fun. I enjoyed us all getting together. I feel like it's a little more personal than just posting a video and getting the comments, like actually getting to interact with you guys and read the comments. And we have so much in common. We're all, trying to make it in a big YouTube world with little YouTube. We work just as hard. And I said that to somebody today, that I think we put in just as much work as the bigger YouTubers. Now, granted, some of them have been at it a long time and they've paid their dues, But there's some of us who have been paying their dues for a long time. And I'm not necessarily one that has been paying them as long. But some people have been on YouTube for years and still don't have the subscribers or the views. And when I look at some of your names here in this chat, I know that that's only because people have not seen you guys. Jen, when I watch you, I laugh out loud. And I'm a boring person. Like, I don't hardly ever chuckle anymore. Although I will be chuckling more the more I drink. But you actually make me laugh and smile. There's nobody in the room. I'm watching you by myself, and I'm laughing. And when I watch you, Rebecca, I'm learning, and I'm liking your style. I'm liking how you do your videos. I'm liking how you can get the point across in a short way. Like, I need to learn how to make my videos shorter and grab the attention and keep it concise and keep it to the facts. Thank you, Renee. Thank you so much. So you had that experience, Jen, too, with vitamin C. Yeah, maybe it was the vitamin C in those tablets. Thank you, JT. I was nervous. So you guys helped me out with that, and a little help from, who makes this? Fireball, I guess. Yeah, is the brand. I'm kind of liking that stuff. I like Patron too. Silver Patron. I don't like to mix drinks because it takes me like forever. Like, I get these drinks, like bottle drinks like this. I've been drinking this one all day long. You can see how much I have left. So if I'm going to drink to like get a little bit of a buzz or to like get a little bit of a feeling, then I just need to like cut to the chase and get to the point, right? Like, not dilute it, not add ice, just hit it, right? Just chug it. Because if I would mix that or have a mixed drink, I would never get to any point. So I'm all about getting to the point. So drink it straight, shoot it straight. What are you trying to achieve by drinking the whiskey? Get it done. I'm reading the comments. You all are so lovely, and every one of you in here have something special to offer. Renee is beautiful. That is Glamour Guru Nay. You have to look at her videos. She has something special too. And I connected with her. I think I reached out to her because when I watched her videos, I felt like she had that it factor that I don't have. And that's the same thing with many of you. You guys either have makeup skill, you have a skill at artistry of actually making a look that inspires people, or King, thank you so much. I hope that you come back. I'm going to do another live next week. We don't always have to talk about makeup, but we have to talk about makeup a little bit because I am a makeup channel. Tell your girlfriend that you are an awesome person and that you help old ladies feel better and that she should give you a break. Janet, I find that so hard to believe because you do so good. My favorite thing about your looks is your glassy skin. Something that you do with your highlighter, this part of your face always has that glass look. And it's beautiful to me. So you all have different skills in different ways. So I'm going to cut it. We made it to an hour and 8 minutes. I think that is a good time. Again, guys, just I guess recognize my appreciation for Clarins and for those products because I think that they definitely were my favorites this month. Wearing masks and looking for things that are going to last and things that are going to stay in the waterline and mascara that's not going to run and lip stain that's not going to get on the mask. They were really good. And this moisturizer by One Kind, they did send this to me just out of the blue, and I appreciate that. But these people sent a $199 kit to me free, and I had to call it a fail. So I'm not just saying that this is good when it's not. This is really a great moisturizer. It has great ingredients and it really makes your skin feel soft and smooth. It doesn't pill and it plays well under makeup and it's good for night. I think it's a really good product. You guys, thank you for making my night. This started out as kind of a bad day. The last thing that I'm going to ask you before we close is that if I'm not pushing my religion on you guys, but if you're praying people that, and this is not selfish, that you just might say a little prayer that whatever that that tumor is inside of my arm, that is not cancer. If it is, I'll face it, but I really don't want it to be. So anyway, thank you guys. I'm going to close with Go Out and Live Like Mel. And for any of you who hear that at the end of my videos and don't know what that means, there is a small YouTuber salute channel that I have, a video that I have out. It's a shout out to smaller channels. And that was about my cousin Melodie, who died at 39. And she had health issues her whole life and she never complained and she never whined like I'm doing right now. She never felt like poor me. She was truly an inspiration because she was never selfish. No matter what anybody else had going on in their lives, she was so genuinely happy for them. If they were having a birth, if they were having a marriage, if they got a new house, if they got married, if they had a job promotion, she was truly happy for them. She was excited, and she'd call other people in the family and tell them about the good fortune of someone else in the family and say, oh, Travis had his baby as a little girl. Or she would say, you know, so-and-so got a new house, or so-and-so got a new job, or so-and-so. And she was just happy for them. How many people do you meet in your life who are never envious of another person's success? Even us, even though we love each other and we're happy when somebody does well, sometimes we're a little bit envious. I mean, I think we could all admit that. Mel was never envious. She was only happy for other people's success. And that's the kind of person I want to be. I fail, I get up, and I try harder the next day. But I'm flawed and I'm imperfect. And she's my inspiration to try to live a better life and be a better person for whatever time I have left. That if nothing else, I'm kind and I'm caring and I'm genuine. Thank you all. And we're going to do this again. Thank you, Rebecca. Here's to Mel. Melodie Louise Martinez. She was great. So if you're praying, say a little prayer. Not that the pain goes away, not that this heals quickly. I can handle all of that inconvenience. Just that time is not shortened by anything that's going on inside of there. That's all. So until next time, go out and live like Mel. And I hope to see you guys in your videos and in my next live, because I'll probably be doing those for the next month, unless something magically changes with this. Thank you guys for making my night. Good night.